applause going. The creators of South Park. A thing called the Book of Mormon. Another thing called Orgasm. Baseball. Everything you love. Matt Stone. Trey Parker. Electricity means nothing to the people of Comic-Con. They all work. Every question, move around to different mics and you'll be all set. First question, is this game going to suck? Yes. No.
Are these on?
No.
Okay. We hope it doesn't suck. No, we're trying to not, make a game that doesn't suck, but...
First of all, if we could, please, just no questions about the Stick of Truth. When it's coming out, just let's not go there. Anything else is fine.
Any other questions?
All right, thanks everybody for coming. It's been a fun night. You got to talk about Stick of Truth. You got to. How long have you been stewing on this idea?
16 years. And we actually started 4 years ago, really? Kind of.
We started with, honestly, it was when Xbox 360 and PS3 came out. That's how long ago we were like, we should make a video game that looks like the show. We could do that now. That was, how long ago was that? Like 2004 or 2000? I don't know when that was. It took us till now to actually be sort of close to maybe sort of it coming out sometime.
Yeah, how close are we?
No questions about the Stick of Truth.
Please do not ask anything about when it's coming out.
You can lay out the ground rules. This is your shit. They're already lining up. Good Lord, ladies and gentlemen. Anxious to talk about anything but the Stick of Truth, I tell you what. So everybody knows that game development is like a fine wine. The longer that you stew on an idea and mechanics, they just keep getting better.
Then it turns to vinegar.
No, then it turns to vinegar, yeah. Why an RPG?
Well, Trey's a big fan of RPGs. I'm more of an arcade fan. But Trey had this idea to do an RPG. He's a big RPG player. And the idea was, and we've done a few shows like this in South Park, and it always seems to work out great to have the boys, when the boys are playing like Detective, or they're playing Star Trek, or they're playing Lord of the Rings. And it seemed like a great way to do an RPG, have fun with the form of RPGs, and have the kids basically playing of Lord of the Rings.
Like, yeah, let's do an RPG game. It'll be easy.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny you say that. There was this student film or something done about how you guys make the show, and it seems like a hectic process, not a lot of time in the day. So why would you make the game and then say, and we're also going to do just about everything story related to it? Did you know that was a bad idea?
Dick. Just.
I mean, that's kind of a shtick. No, should have known. Should have known. But seriously, how do you fit this in?
Does anyone else have any questions?
How do you fit this in your day? How do you fit this in? Come on, loosen up. It's okay. Shh.
Just not about the Stick of Truth or release date, please.
Or South Park or Book of Mormon.
Have you seen that Battleship movie? That's just a lot of nonsense.
Let's not go there either.
Okay. Well,
basketball. Who wants to talk about basketball?
Woo! The sequel to basketball.
We are working currently on the sequel to basketball.
Woo! I'm glad to see you're going back to what really hit with the fans. You're really delivering on all cylinders for what they wanted. Speaking of fans, everybody line up here to ask your question. Not about South Park, the video game. Mormon. Sorry, yeah, I got that. No, not there. Come on now. There's a microphone and a giant line and a giant towel. You come up here. I like his moxie, though. He's got that moxie. Let's see what we got here from Twitter while we go there. I don't know about that. No, that's not good. No. All right, here you go. Tan Hollingsworth says, what keeps you guys coming back to these characters, interested in these characters, after 16 years of writing and voicing them?
Cash. No, this is the longest we've gone. This is the first time we've decided to go to one run a year instead of two. And so this is the longest we've gone without doing South Park, and personally, I'm losing my fucking mind. Cartman's voice just starts saying shit in my head all the time. If I'm not writing him, then I'll just start saying shit like that to people for real. So I need the show. I need it desperately.
Yeah, we miss it. Like I do too. Like I feel like I need to like go and be a dick. Otherwise, you know what I mean? Like just be a dick and make some dick jokes and have that good endorphin release that like make being a dick.
My wife really wants me to go do the show because I start talking that way to her. You know what? Why don't you get? No, it's just...
All right, final Twitter question from Mike_Landis. Are you guys trying to make the game epic for like 4 to 6 hours? Or are you trying to make it a 20-hour adventure?
Epic is 4 to 6 hours now?
I think he's saying a condensed, really tight 4 to 6 hours. It's just epic and huge moments.
Oh, like so not
You're
epic.
going for like really epic, like 2 hours.
I don't think he meant epic like the real term. He meant like epic. Like epic, like 4 to 6 hours, man. That's epic, man. So yeah, it's hopefully going to be epic.
You're really good at just dodging the questions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the microphone in the crowd. Step on up. Young sir to that microphone. The event staff has let their guard down. Go ahead. No, don't go back to event staff. There you go. Yes, you're you.
All right. I don't want to do some shit and get in trouble.
What's your name?
Name's Blake.
Hey, Blake.
Hey. You guys, huge fan. Talk about as a kid, would watch your show with the caption on so my parents wouldn't catch me. Yeah, right. Basically, I see a lot of cameos from just old episodes, and I'm loving it. Any, sneak peek cameos you can tell us of old characters who, used to be on the show or just on a couple episodes? Is Chef gonna make an appearance?
Is this about the game?
Yes, it's about the fucking game.
Very clear, sir.
Okay, Orgasmo.
Yes.
Yes.
We're doing a sequel to that too.
And one more for Jesus.
Okay, here's what happened. So we started off, basically, I really loved playing Skyrim, as many people did. And I was like, let's do this. This is easy.
That was mistake number 1.
Yeah.
There's a lot more mistakes.
So we started handing over the script, and it was about 850 pages long. And it had just about every character and everything. And we started to just, really track, okay, when does this mean it would come out? And we started looking at holiday season 2032. Which is exciting for us, and I think we're on track. We really became aware. It's been a whole thing of like, okay, well, let's cut it down some, let's cut it down some, let's cut it down some, let's cut it down some. And everyone kept saying that word to us, that phrase to us, those letters to us, DLC. And they're like, oh, just make a DLC. I agree. Fuck that. So we're stuck. It's like, well, this just isn't going to make it into the game. You can make a DLC. And I said, fuck you, I'll make it an episode. And so somehow or another, this shit will get out there, and the game will be cool, and the show will be cool.
Yeah. So it started out,
we
really did start out with like, it was going to have every single character and like everything ever in South Park. And when you start doing a video game, you start trying to make all that interactive. It was a little too much. So it's been pared down, and I don't even like, there are tons of characters that are just kind of like little one-offs, or like, yeah, if you watch over here, that stuff. But like Trey said, we're thinking about doing something in the show with all this stuff, so it'll all get out there, and so.
This is exactly why we didn't want to talk about the game. See? I asked you not to ask about the game.
Okay, no more game questions.
It's rare for a panel to unsell a game so quickly. Pre-orders are being canceled on the phone. But thank you for your question. Up next to the mic. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Taylor. I'm a huge fan of the show. You guys have made fun of a lot of people. I'm kind of wondering who was the most fun to make fun of.
Everyone's like, Barbra Streisand, Barbra Streisand.
It probably was Barbra Streisand. Because it was our first.
Well, my favorite that I heard a story about was Jennifer Lopez. Only because, we do the show in LA. We have a lot of friends that work on sets, and after we did that show, we have friends that were on the set of the movie she was doing at the time, and they said all the crew on the set, like people could not resist when she walked by and went, "Hello." And apparently she was getting so fucking pissed off. People were getting fired, but they couldn't really. They're like, "I know I'm gonna get fired, but hola." So that was probably my favorite.
Hey guys, kind of a fan of the show, a little bit. That's cool. First I want to say, my cat is named Osimo, so you guys are completely awesome in my life, pun intended. So my question is, the main characters all have their sub-characters, right? Like, Cartman's also Osimo. I kind of see that they're going to play as like summons or special attacks in the games. Is that kind of the kind of thing? Are we going to expect to see an Osimo as a special move from Cartman?
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Stick of truth, delay the end.
You just delayed the game by another year and a half.
I don't need DLC. No, I mean, that is part of it, too, for us, was like, once you start talking about what all the kids can do and all of this stuff, and because we already had a whole universe to start with, that's why it really just exploded, you know, and it was where we started with Cartman, you know, had like these cool 28 things to do. It's like, well, maybe you should have 13, you know, and
balancing between stuff that has been in the show, so that it's like, oh, I love that, I know that, and hopefully some new stuff, so it doesn't just feel like, okay, well, I saw that before. But like Trey said, it's been hard to find that balance of like what that is. How much do we want to include new characters? How much do we want to go back and make sure we honor like all this stuff? And like, how many people like know how deep it should go? It's been impossible. See, here we go again.
It's slowly turning into a really sad intervention.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's going to talk through a gas mask. This will go well.
I am not a fan of this show, but I have two questions anyways. One, will you guys include the cow launcher?
What's that? Say it again.
The cow launcher from the first South Park game.
Cow launcher.
No, yeah, that was in the first South Park game way long ago. What about
we
it?
didn't even play that.
That was on Nintendo
That was
64.
part of the thing, you know, we had our show, the show came out, and everyone's like, okay, well now we're going to hire companies to do the game, and the first time we really saw the game was when we played it. We're like, this fucking sucks. And that's why we kind of decided, like, we're not going to make any more games. And so we then decided way later, it's like, you know what, let's do one game that we really do, and we'll do all the writing for it and make it what it was just the worst mistake.
Second question. Will Kenny die at the end of the game?
Who's gay?
Well, Kenny died at the end of the game, I believe you tried to say.
Oh. We hadn't thought of that.
Still working on the ending and the mechanics and the moves, but we're getting there.